Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video we're going to be checking out this PSP. So recently I've wanted to test out some PSP games, but I didn't want to use the emulator on the PC, so I wanted to use the official PSP. It took me a while to get my hand on one of them, and I got a PSP 3000. This was loaned to me by my nephew. He had it for a while. As you can see, there are some damages on the case, and if you see inside of the screen there are some dust. It's really dirty and old, and it wasn't working for him. He didn't have any game, he didn't have in any memory card, so he wasn't able to play any game. It wasn't on the right version, so I had to update it, and then I had to install the mods to mod the game, to hack the game so you can play games. So right now I have a few games on it, and I'm going to be testing them out, showing you guys what this little guy is capable of. So back in the day, I had myself a PSP. I had a PSP 2000. This is the 1000. This is the first edition. As you can see, it's a bit chunky, it's a bit big, it's not sleek like the newer versions. This one was one that I got for myself. It's not in good condition. I actually tried to disassemble it and fix it, but it had a few issues. One is that the screen was not working, it was damaged, and then the other one is that it couldn't turn on via the power bank. The battery pack I should say, it had to be plugged in. Even if I try to turn it on right now, even though the battery is fully charged, it's not working. So I didn't feel like putting it back together because I felt it was a lost cause, and I would have to buy some components, some parts to actually get it working. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is, all right, so firstly, if you want to hack your PSP, you have to make sure that you're on the right version. So if we go into system settings, if I can find it, I don't remember exactly, system settings, and then you go down to where you see the system information. You can see that we are on the latest version, which is 6.6.1, and then you have to download a few things to add to your memory card. The memory card that I'm using in here, or the micro memory card, is let me show you guys real quickly. It's a 120 gig Samsung Evo, so I can store a ton of games on this, which is pretty cool. So let's pop that back in, and we're going to take a look at the games that are currently on here. I think it's trying to read the memory card. I think it froze. All right, there we go. So firstly, we need to, if you didn't have the latest version, you need to download the updater, and then you have to install the hack. But because we have already installed the hack, I'm just going to run the recovery. So now that the recovery is ran, if I go back to system settings and go down to the system information, you can see that we are now on Pro C, and that means it is modded. So if you go back over to games, we can see all the games that I currently have installed on the PSP. So we have a few Japanese titles, we have a few English titles like Fairy Tales, Battle Spirits, SOCOM, Raw, WWE Raw, Fate, Dragon Ball Z, Soul Eater, Batman, Initial D, and some other stuff. We're just gonna go into one of my favorite ones of all time, which is the Naruto. So we're gonna go Naruto. Let's go Naruto Hero. We're just gonna see how the game feels. So back in the day, the PSP was one of the best handhelds on the market. It was ahead of its time with the graphical quality, the things that you can actually play on it. It was pretty solid. Nowadays, it's not that great, but it's a good handheld to get, and you can get it for very cheap on eBay or Facebook or other local marketplaces. So let's go ahead and load up the Naruto. I don't have any load files. Let's go ahead. New game. Let's turn this down a little. We are gonna go into versus mode, versus CPU. Alright, so I'm gonna choose Naruto, and versus Kakashi, we're gonna choose the stone faces. I'm pretty good at Naruto. the PlayStation versions, I'm pretty solid. Like I'm really good at it. All right. I haven't played this in a while, but yeah, Naruto is a pretty cool game. Let's see if I can do a jutsu. Okay. Jutsu. All right, so we got the jutsu down. Let's see if I can press the buttons properly. Oh, is there any buttons? I don't think there's any buttons. No, I guess not. So I really like the PSP. One of my favorite games on the PSP is Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Unite is one of my favorite games on the PSP. It's pretty solid. There's no way I'm gonna lose. All right, there we go. We won. So let's go home and try a new game. So yeah, what I'm going to do to make this a little better is that I'm going to disassemble it and I'm going to clean out the dust from inside the screen. I won't be able to fix this unless I get a new housing, but I'm just going to clean out the dust, see if I can get out some of the dirt out of it and make it a, you know, a more presentable gaming handheld. I have some handheld coming in, some retro gaming devices that I ordered. So if you guys want to see more content from PSP, or if you want to see more content from those handhelds, some cheap handheld that can perform and play PSP games, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. So we're gonna go ahead and let's test out GTA. I think I was playing GTA for a little bit. I don't know if it's San Andreas or Vice City. We're just gonna load it up and see, you know, see what's happening. All right, so yeah, I was playing it for a little bit. So I did the first part where, you know, I did the first mission. So now we can actually do some little stuff. I mean, back in the day, I played this game so much. It was one of my favorite games other than Monster Hunter. All right, so I think this is where you get out. There's been sorry campaign. Oh shoot.